Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Bay Area Focus. I'm your host, Michelle Griego. We have a packed show for you today, so let's get started with some familiar faces who are talking food and football, two of my favorite things. The barbecue master himself, Steve Sheanin, is back in studio to share his new ribs and tailgating tips, and joining him is our very own sports anchor, the one and only Vern to dish on what's going on with football this season. Hey, guys, how you doing?
Well, they told me there was food, so
you're here.
I was an easy booking.
Yeah, I know how that works.
You could be able to take some of this to the next football.
I mean, lean into your camera shot every now and then and just.
I know.
Please help yourself. That's what they're here for.
I wish the viewers could smell what's going on here on the desk because it just smells so good. So let's talk about ribs first. I'm sorry, sports is important, but we're talking ribs.
You're driving.
Okay. Barbecue Hero Ribs. What's the story behind starting this?
I started making ribs when I was about, maybe in my 30s, and kept making them at home. Bought them for a while, started making them. I tried to pattern my ribs after a specific pork rib, which I did. From there, I moved on, and which we still make. We are making pork ribs, but this is a brand new product that we've come up with. This is a beef rib, very big, very meaty, and very messy.
And very messy.
Fun to chew off the bone.
You can't have ribs that are not messy, right?
Impossible.
Yeah, impossible. Okay, so you decided to make this new product.
Yes. We had been talking to a lot of people who said, well, why don't you make beef ribs instead of pork ribs? Because we like beef instead of pork. All right, listen, we'll make both. So we do. This is the way the ribs are packaged. So when you get them, they come out of the freezer.
Yeah.
They look like this. You open the package. I happen to heat these in a microwave. You can heat them in an oven.
We can actually taste them, right?
You can taste them.
Vern looks hungry, so Vern, we need to.
Well, I could just, I could just can I fit?
Those are mine. Those are mine, hands down. No, I do want to taste it though because this is really good. And while we are tasting these ribs, I want to talk about tailgating. I think ribs they're a pretty good tailgating food, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, we're in football season, so why not?
What I did with the ribs, we made
You talk, I'll eat.
We created a barbecue sauce. Tell me what you think of the barbecue sauce.
Love it.
Okay, so we created. You have to get some.
My arms aren't long enough.
Here, come on. Get in there.
So we created a barbecue sauce that we felt was a family recipe, but we created it strictly and branded it as Barbecue Heroes sauce. Our ribs are branded the same way, Barbecue Hero ribs. And this is what you get. This is a fun thing. We like the sauce because it just enhances the taste of the meat.
And there's a little bit of spice in there. Do you taste it, Vern?
Oh, aftertaste. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
I love it. So let's talk some football because, we're talking ribs, we're talking tailgating. Have you been, you're always working, so I don't know if you've been to a tailgating party that had ribs in it, but... No,
it's a funny story, though. My youngest son, who's 13, had never been to a tailgating party, had never been to a ball game. So he goes to this game, he comes home, he's telling us about it, and he goes, Mom, Dad, there were all these cars lined up, and they were all eating. Son, they were tailgating. That was his introduction.
That's tailgating.
That's a great thing.
So, with football this season, I don't know what's going on this year, but it seems like the NFL is just plagued with injuries and scandal, a little drama. What's going on?
Well, I've been around the NFL for a long time, and this is the first year that I can remember where across the board, it is so dead even, Michelle. You used to be able to look at a matchup and go, oh, well, they're going to win.
Right.
Now you just don't know. It's just the underdogs are winning, the favorites are losing. And then the injuries. The 49ers, my gosh. They're 23 guys have been on injured reserve, and since the season began, there's only 40% of the starting, both offense and defense, that are still playing.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for the 49ers, too. How can they turn things around, or are we just going to start looking at next year?
Well, this is the continuation of the tear down and rebuild project. They got the Giants coming up, all right, and that is, if you look at the rest of the schedule, that's their shot to win a game, you would think, on paper. Giants come in at 1-8. So if they win that one, then they're finally off the board. But if they lose that one, they could go 0 for 16.
And head coach Kyle Shanahan, you think he's in trouble right now?
Oh, no, because they knew that going in. They knew that this was going to be a young, weak team that just kind of learning how to do it. And let's put it this way. You and I, we've been on TV for a long time, okay? So just imagine walking off the street, grabbing somebody 2 years out of San Francisco State, handing him a headset and go, hey, go direct Bay Area focus.
Yeah, right.
And that's how inexperienced a lot of these guys are. They're just not ready.
All right, let's talk Raiders now.
Yeah.
It was expected to be a really good year. It hasn't been terrible, but it hasn't been that great.
They went 12-4 last year. All those games that could have gone either way that went in the Raiders' favor last year have come back to bite them in the whatever. You know, so they're 4-5. These guys, I'm not saying they have to win out, but they've got to win 6 games somewhere in there. They got to go 6-1 the rest of the way. And you look at the schedule: New England, Denver, the Giants, Kansas City, Dallas, Eagles, Chargers. Where are you going to get a 6-1 record to go to the rest of the way?
Wow, you're looking at the AFC West, though.
And Del Rio was on record. He told his team, we need 10 wins if we're going to make the playoffs.
All right. Can we get back to food?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's get back to food, because football and food, they go hand in hand. So you have ribs at the tailgating. What else? What else is easy? Because you want to be a little easy there, right?
This is store-bought potato salad. I mix it up with some spicy Dijon mustard. It's wonderful, and it doesn't require anything. Just buy it in a tub, whatever way. Potato salad, coleslaw goes with this.
Okay.
And fun bread, if you find rolls or things that you can eat. Cornbread.
Oh,
that's my thing. That's cornbread's my jam.
Yeah.
All right.
Just ask my gut. I cannot stop eating it. I've got cornbread chips downstairs at my desk right now.
Oh, now I know where to go after the show.
I'll have to send you some packaged cornbread that you can make with
I am
just
all
adding
about
water.
cornbread. All about it.
It's great.
I love it. I love it. Well, thanks so much, guys, for coming on and talking food and football, and to try Steve's new and delicious ribs. And I'm telling you, they are delicious. Just log on to barbecuehero.ribs.com. And to catch more from Vern Glenn, be sure to tune in to the 5th quarter on KPIX5. Stay right where you are, because coming up after the break, we have food for a great cause. We'll be right back.